Hi Christine. So yesterday we went through 2 stretches and 2 exercises to help strengthen the muscles around your knee. So the first stretch you did was a hamstring stretch. So here you're going to have your leg out straight in front of you, keeping it completely straight, toe pointed up towards the ceiling. Sitting up nice and tall, you're going to push your hips back as you lean forward, and you want to hold this stretch for about 20 seconds. Remember, we don't want to hunch our shoulders forward here. We want to keep our body nice and tall. Your back should be absolutely straight as you just push your hips back, and you don't need to go far so that you feel a stretch behind the knee. You want to hold this for about 20 seconds, and then you'll do the same thing on the other side, leg straight, toe up, back straight, and hips back. Okay, so that's the first stretch. The second stretch was the quadriceps. So that is the muscles on the front of the thigh going into the knee. So use a stable surface if you can. You can use the back of the chair to hold onto just for support. You're gonna grab the ankle here. You're gonna bring your knees in together. So you wanna keep it nice and aligned. From here, I'm just gonna show you sideways. From here, you wanna keep your hips tucked under and bring your knees together, back up nice and tall. So you wanna feel a stretch right in the front of the thigh into the front of the hip, okay? So remember, hips under, knees together, and standing up tall. Since this one's a bit more tight for you, what I want you to do is try and hold it for at least 10 seconds. If you can, try and graduate to 15 seconds if possible, okay? The third movement was the first exercise that we did. That was the sit to stand. So remember, you can use something to help lightly support you as you sit down and stand up. But for the position, you want your feet about shoulder width apart, feet slightly turned out at a 45-degree angle so that your knees are pointing outwards, okay? So if you need to have your legs a little wider than shoulder width apart like we did, that's totally okay. So from here, what you're gonna do, use the support, lean forward to stand up. When you stand up, you're squeezing the quads, squeezing the glutes, and nice and easy back down. So good, just take your time through this, and I want you to try and do it 10 times, okay? Now the last movement, which was the squats. So this one you're gonna be using just the support here. So the tip for this one is you wanna push your hips back before you bend down, okay? So don't lead with your knees, lead with your hips. So holding on for support, you wanna push the hips back and come down into a squat, and stand back up. So hips back, squat, and back up. Make sure most of your weight's going through your heels and not your toes. If you're putting your weight on your toes, you're gonna feel more pressure in the knee. So we wanna put our weight on the heels so we can force our glutes to work so that there's less pressure on the knees and there's more working in our muscles, okay? So hips back, squat, and back up. Hips back, squat, and up. Okay, so those are the 4 movements. And once again, I want you to do squats 10 times as well. So I'd like you to do these exercises twice a day on top of the stretches, preferably in the morning and the night. And like I said before, I'd like you to alternate between ice and heat, 10 minutes on for ice and then 10 minutes on for heat, twice a day, again in morning and night.